What is that? Oh, anyways. Alright, grade 10s. So here's the video that I said I would do. So I'm not going to actually do a lot of coding. Just a couple of small tips that's going to help you tomorrow, okay? So this meme is from Evan Almighty, and it's funny. Okay, so guys, tomorrow question 1. Alright, this is 7 marks, bread and butter. Alright, this first line, this is if you want to remove any sort of styling like a bold or italics or a strikeout or underline, that does it for you, okay? So remember, you need to know how to change the color, change the font size, like I showed you in class on that last period. I hope you guys made a note of that, okay? If you don't know how to change the color of edit box and the font, go Google it, okay? Because you're going to see it first thing. Okay. But guys, a general thing for this exam is they really, because we were ahead of the curriculum, so they didn't even ask arrays. There isn't a while loop, there isn't a for loop, but it's not easy because it's very technical, and there's a time limit. There's 2 hours. You guys know how it is. You need to program really quickly. You cannot get stuck trying to compile and get a question to work. This test, it has the potential to lure you into a trap because there are 5 questions. Now listen to me very carefully, guys. The test is 100 marks, 5 questions, and yet question 5 alone, it's divided into 2, 5.1, 5.2 is 54 marks. So what they want you to do is waste all your time getting to question 5 and then you fail the test. Don't do that, alright? What I would even suggest is you don't start with question 5 because that might be discouraging, but work quickly through the first 4 questions and give yourselves a solid hour just for question 5, because question 5 is the crux. It's where you'll either fail or pass or do really well, okay? Question 5, a solid hour. If you see an hour on the clock, just go to question 5, okay? Okay, but then again, the other 4 questions are very doable, so please make sure you do them, okay? Anyway, that being said, question 2, very easy. Just know how to like square something. I can use that square function, and remember to include math and pi. Know how to use pi, pi. You need to include math, remember that. Otherwise it's very easy. Question 3, the only thing there is you need to know how to extract the value from a spin edit. So remember, it's like the name dot value. This returns an integer, right? So I can directly put this into an integer variable. You don't need to do any conversion. That returns an integer. Rest of that question, very easy. Okay, question 4. Now this is where it starts getting a bit interesting. Okay, question 4. Okay, I'm not going to tell you what they're going to give, but you need to know how to load a picture into an image. So this is the line. So the name of the picture, the image, dot load from file, and then s flag, which is a variable, plus in quotes dot png. Alright, so you will need to populate this variable with whatever they select from a radio group. So case statement, that thing, populate s flag, and then you use it here. So your case statement's very important. Okay, other than that, also know how to like do validation. You know, if the user doesn't select something from a radio group, what do you do? And when they say make sure that the program stops, remember that keyword exit in your if statement, right? And also know how to clear stuff, so that those resets, like clearing a memo, clearing the edit box, are very important. Right, then we get to question 5. Now, when I looked at question 5, guys, I'm like, okay, this has got potential to make or break. So what I did in class, you'll remember the ASCII program. It's the last video I made. So the ASCII program, it's a similar scenario, that tests the skills that you need for the first section of question 5. Alright, so this evening, go through that ASCII video and make sure each section, you can see each section, each little question, I put forward quotes and I said what that section does. Make sure you know how to do it 100%. Because it's the exact same skills that you will be required, just a different scenario. Okay? Do not think it's more or less and sort of skim over it. Write that thing down, learn it. Okay? Alright. That will get you guys through 5.1, no problem. And then 5.2. Alright, 5.2. My first thoughts on it are, it's a very long question. They tell you to do a lot of steps. Now you might get like overwhelmed, you start breathing heavily and you get like tunnel focused. You need to just stop. Take a deep breath. It's not a difficult question, it's actually easier than the ASCII one. It's just a lot. What I would do, first, before I even start reading, I'll look at the output examples that they give you and sort of get a general idea of what they're trying to do. And then, if you have no idea, then a lot of the marks in this question are literally just individual things where they tell you, okay, extract this, do this, initialize that, uncheck that, do that and that and that. Right, so here are just a few things that I've refreshed you on, like changing the color of the edit box, setting the focus to the edit box, enabling a button, disabling a button. There's going to be a list component, but that's basically, I mean, you can think of it like a radio group. It's like the name of the list box dot item index equals 1. So you like, if you say if it's equal to 1, it means they selected that first thing. Alright, that's like, don't even stress about that. Okay. Also very important, guys, last thing, you need to look at the output examples they give you and then try and make yours match. So for example, if there's like a volume calculation and you see, first of all, there's 3 decimal places, format it to 3 decimal places. If you see there's a R, format it to currency. If you don't see there's a R, then you use FF fixed. Alright? If you see there's like ml, milliliters, add ml in quotes, like as a string. Right? Make sure you're, but again, don't waste time. 1 hour for the first 4, and then a solid hour for your last question. Okay, I would say maybe a solid 45 for your last question, and then the last 15 minutes, maybe go back and try and get all those other small marks. Okay, but you need to work quickly, guys. Okay, and remember, if you just type something, you know, you get marks. You guys saw how we mark these things. Type a case statement, just type something. And if you look through that ASCII video, I mean, that sets you up well for question 5. Alright, guys, and then the last slide here, I got a Ascend It, Matt Damon. This is from the movie Martian, very good movie. Yeah, basically, he feels like he's been abandoned here on a different planet, and they've asked him to smile. So, you know, he's smiling then. Yes, if life gives you lemons, throw them away. Okay, guys, it's gonna be okay. You guys got this. It's not difficult. It's what we've been doing this whole month, okay? You guys got this. Send it. I believe in you guys. Alright, cool.